Righto, welcome to part 2. We've done the main headline where we get copies of them. Again, it's very powerful to just go over to the number of different, let me just move that again, different products here in Warrior Plus. There are some good headlines you can find in the Warrior forum. Let's just take one just by a random here. I'm just going to see what the quality there. Again, powerful little headline, different font, different colored inner box. This particular idea down here, that's very clever. If you notice, it's actually on a slight tilt to make us, subconsciously actually have a look at that there as well. All right. So get a number of different ideas from going to these different places and getting your ideas from a headline. Next thing we need is a sub-headline. Now you may you're asking why. Well, that's not the question I want you to be asking. These have worked successfully. All right, let me explain it another way. The painters in the Renaissance era, when they first started painting, all they had to do was copy the original painters for the first 4 years, and then they were allowed to paint in their own style. But in copying the original painters for the first 4 years, they developed brilliant techniques because they were standing on the shoulders of the masters. The same thing with this here. If you're asking, why do I need a subheadline, you're asking the wrong question. All I'm going to say to you, these subheadlines, these particular way of doing it, have sold literally 3,000 copies of WSOs. All right. All I want you to do is say, okay, let's just copy that, or the aspect of copying that. Let's just do that and then find out, all right, that works. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Once you've put it online and tested it, then comes the exciting part of how do I perfect that? Once you've made one sale, oh, I've made a sale. 95% of people online will never, ever, ever get a PayPal button up. They won't even do that. By you actually getting this product and deciding I'm going to put a PayPal button up, I'm going to, stand out there and, have something to sell, you are now in the 5% category. The best part now of being in that 5% category is once you've actually made one sale, you can then say, okay, how do I tweak it? How do I tweak it? How do I tweak it? It sounds like a friggin' bird. That literally, the tweaking of this particular sales page is what the fun comes in, and say, how do I make it better and better and better and better? How do I make 2 sales? How do I make every 100 visitors come to this site, 1% of them actually buy? How do I get it up to 2%? How do I get it up to 3%? How do I get it up to 5% of everyone that comes to this website and sees this page and actually buy? That then is your ultimate goal. And let me share with you, you're literally only about 20 tweaks away from $1 million. If you can crack this, and this is the beauty of it, everything is already laid out here for you. We made the first part of it easy for you. The tweaking of it is is maybe the hard part, but not really. That's the fun part. And you're only, if 20 tweaks away from being $1 million now. Now, I can't claim credit for that 20 tweaks. I actually heard that from someone else. I'll find out who that was. I'm trying to remember, right? Subheadline. Have a look at the subheadline. I always put a video. Put a video of yourself up straight away. There's going to be some of you who don't like to put a video up yourself because you feel that you can't do that. And guess what? I used to be exactly where you were. I used to be too shy, too timid. Who would have thought? But now, the best advice which actually Mark gave to me, he says, just be yourself. Do not try and be anyone else. Just be yourself and just get it up there. There's millions and millions of people on the internet, and especially in the IM niche there, you will find a group who will identify with you and say, I like your style, Duncan. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just being me. You can't be anyone else. Don't even try to. So put a video up there. I think we've actually got one of, who have we got here? Let's move that one down and leave page. That's a good example of something there here. Copy paste hack. Desmond Ong, he puts a video up there.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Desmond Ong here. I'm just going to record this very short video.
The advantage of a video, it makes it personal. We see who you are. We get an image of you. We know what you look like. It's that believability. That's the bit I'm trying to come up with. You've got a picture of you. You're believable. We actually said, so come up with a video. The advantage of a video, you can explain things, you can get some passion into it, you can put some nuances into it. You can make it a bit weird. I like the video because what happens is I've got 3 seconds to 5 seconds to grab your attention. I put it on autoplay. Autoplay means as soon as you open the website, the video will come on, bang, it's there. And that will explain, that will capture your attention. I like doing what's called a, actually it slipped my mind now what actually that is. An interruption breaker to stop you in your tracks. And that's why I play the didgeridoo. That's why I have the funny hat on there, because I want to stop you in tracks from leaving this particular page. So if you're going to do a video, I would recommend doing it. And I think I'm going to be doing a module on videos as well, which may be further down there. But put a video up. Surprisingly, this was recommended by Mark, and it's very powerful. And Mark told me get a buy button up as quickly as possible. I hate it when you go to a sales page and you scroll down, and you're looking for what's the price of this thing. And the longer I've got to scroll, the more scared I am that it's going to be a massive price. Mark suggested, and his advice was given by others to him there, put a buy button up straight away. They can see straight away, oh, this is $4. It's not going to scare the living daylights out of me as well, all right? Next thing I want you to do is get an image of you. Have a picture of you there. Do not be scared of what you look like. If you are, well, maybe you're in the wrong industry, but I'd get a picture of you. Now, as you might have noticed, you're going to say, Duncan, why is it on a tilt? Okay, this is some of the ideas which I've got through copywriting and learned from others there. As soon as you put an image or put something on a tilt there, it grabs the person, the psychology of it actually grabs the person's attention. But when you have an image of yourself and it's on a slight tilt, the best way of explaining it is if someone's talking to you, all right, let's do a puppy dog. You're talking to a dog, or you've got a dog's attention in front of you. Have you noticed every now and then they'll tilt their heads to the right? So I hope everyone who's listening to this now everyone is tilting their head to the right. That's called persuasion. That's another thing we need to talk about, but we'll go through that a bit later. Someone mentioned to me, and they literally tested 50,000 different clicks with a tilt and without a tilt, and they worked out the ones with a tilt increase their percentage of sales. Why it works? It's just that little, I think what it is, it's when the person's tilting their head is they're looking at you and they're giving you their full attention, and that's what the tilt is there. All I'm saying is, again, you might be saying why, and all I'm saying is don't bother asking why, just copy it and just do it. Put an image of yourself, put it on a tilt. Okay, introduce yourself and inquire about the difficulties and tell your story. I always give a bit of a story about myself. 60 years old, an old fart who literally came on the internet just for a bit of fun, and I was bored. And some of you might know my story from the doll to 1.5 million in 15 months. So I tell that story. I sometimes have a link to my bio. I'll put a link on below this to my bio as well. And I tell the story, all right? Again, we've gone into about 8 minutes now. What I'm going to do is stop this module, and we're going to see you in the next one.